come in and say hey. I'm a couple minutes behind. I couldn't get my laptop up, so I apologize. I had to get my iPad and it was dead. So I will wait a few minutes for everybody to get in. I'm gonna set you up over here so I can hopefully see your comments. So when you come in, say hey, let me know you're here. Hey y'all, what's up? Where you been? Well, there's 22 of you here, but I'm not seeing any comments. So, hello, hello. There they go. There they go, there they go. All right, so I put that post up. A lot of y'all have been asking about the wood burner. So I did get one. And it is, see if I can bring it up here. It is model number, and I threw the box away. I don't know why I did that, but I think I did. But it is model number JWQ-30. So it's a wood burner. It came with several different tips. So it came with 3 or 4 different tips, and a razor. So I'm assuming all of those can go on here. I haven't played with any of those yet. I just put the one tip on. Well, actually this one came with the tip already on. 2 times in a row being late. I was late too. Thanks. Kelly is here. I went and got my impulse sealer just for you, Kelly, so you better have been here. So I'm gonna go ahead and while we're up, before I bring y'all down, a lot of y'all have been asking, and there was one on the thread when I asked what questions do you have, and one of those was what are the different types of mesh. So I think I've pretty much got every kind of mesh here, so we will go over them. Hey, what's up? So poly Decomesh and Decomesh are the same thing. Different manufacturers may call them different names. So poly Decomesh and Decomesh are the same thing. So this is your regular Decomesh. It says Deco Poly Mesh, but it's mesh. Okay, so I think that's the #1 thing that kind of confuses everybody. So Decomesh and poly Decomesh are the same thing. Okay, now poly burlap, which is what this is more of a heavier plastic. So this is what a lot of people use when they do the sunflowers, the Sarah flower, those kinds of things. So that is what that is. This is cotton ball mesh. So it is still the Decomesh, but it has your cotton white running through it. So that's what that is. We're not making anything today. I was just going to go over the wood burner and impulse sealer and go over the different types of mesh. So that's what that is. This is your fabric mesh. So it's really easy to use. It's easy on the hands. It is fabric. It does have the deco running through there, so there are strips of plastic, but you cannot impulse seal fabric, y'all. Okay, but it's really easy to use, very soft. It is perfect for your sunflowers as well, or anything like that. This is your jute, so this is the jute running through. Still your Decomesh, because there's still some plastic in there, but it's jute, okay? And then this is, I call it the window pane. Some people call it the check, but it is, I thought I may have had an extra piece out here, but it's the window pane. So it's got the, actually I have a piece right here. I've got a whole bunch of this cut to go out in the Sarah Flower kits. So it's got your little square. So it's not a complete piece, if that makes sense. Okay? Hey, y'all. You're so welcome to cut your oh, will it cut the fabric, the blade? I didn't know that. Joyce, you'll have to private message me and let me know what kit. Right now, the only kit I have, I still have the ladybug, I still have the butterfly. I've got the one American kit. I think I've got 1 or 2 of those still available, but all the others are sold out. So that's really basically all your different kinds of meshes, y'all. Okay? But poly deco and Decomesh are the same thing, okay? I think that's probably the #1 thing that confuses people, but it is. So, hey, what's up? So, I will go ahead. Now, I've only used the wood burner once, y'all. Let me see if I can bring y'all down just a little bit. And when I was buying it, I wasn't thinking. I saw this blue glass, so you're definitely going to need a piece of glass or tempered glass, whatever, to cut this, because you can't cut it on your mat because it's plastic. It'll burn, y'all. So get a piece of glass. And I wasn't thinking, if you get a clear piece of glass, I saw the blue and I was like, oh, that's so pretty. Y'all, get a clear piece of glass. That way, when you put it on your mat, you can see your measurements, okay? What I did, because I wanted the pretty blue, was I marked my 10-inch. So when I go, and I'm gonna show y'all, I think I didn't grab, I always have extra mesh that's already open somewhere close. So I've got this right here. So all I did was, this is my 10-inch line. Actually, let me turn it around. That will be easier. Okay, so right there, and I actually used, y'all, these pearly weights are perfect, I'm telling y'all. So you can set it right down on there. You know it's not going anywhere. Line it up. So there's our 10-inch mark. I didn't give myself a whole lot of, and then you just run it right along your straight edge. That's how I did it. If there is a better way, and there may be, that I don't know about, but that's how I did it, and that's how I got my straight edges, okay? But get you a clear piece of glass so that you can see your measurements. Don't just get the pretty blue. Absolutely, Kim, yes. Use Teflon sheets under yours most of the time and marked. Oh, okay, there you go. So all wonderful ideas. And it looks like my internet is going in and out, so I apologize. But that's easy. somebody said something about if you, oh look, you can go if you want, follow your lines, and it goes right exactly in between your lines as well. So poly burlap, Decomesh will all cut with your wood burner, okay? Just the other day, oh, they're awesome. I use them for everything, y'all. Love them. So I'm gonna go ahead, unless y'all have any other questions about this, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it and turn it off. And get it out of our way. So this one, I got it on Amazon, and I think it was only like 10 bucks, y'all. So it's model JWQ30. But I think any of those would work for y'all. But that one was awesome. The impulse sealer. Make sure y'all don't have any questions. You use your wood burner for everything. Is there much odor? There is a little bit. I mean, you are burning plastic. So when I do this, or especially with my impulse sealer, I do it outside. If you're gonna do it inside, make sure you wear your respirator. Make sure your pets aren't in the house, because it can affect your pets as well. But I do mine outside, so I do not worry about it. So let me get this out of the way, and I'll show you the impulse sealer. Now, like I said, I do this outside, and the way I have it set up outside is I have it's probably, I don't even know, maybe a 10-inch width, and it's a little bit longer. So what I did was, mine's set up like this outside. So I put a measurement on my mat outside for where this sits, and I measured out my 10 inches. And then I put another Sharpie mark where my 10 inches is, okay? So I know exactly every time. I'm not gonna get shorter or more every time I use it, okay? And I'll just show you real quick how easy this is. I'm not measuring, I'm just gonna, so you'll see right here. Now this one is the 16-inch. You do not need the 16-inch, y'all. I'm a little extra, y'all know that. This is Impulse Sealer model FS400, but just get the 16-inch, y'all. Save yourself a little bit of money, or the 12-inch, and go with the littler one. So when I put, I'm gonna show y'all right here, I put this on the highest setting. So what is that, a 9, 8? I put it as hot as it will go. When you have your mesh under here, all you do is push this down. There's nothing in there right now, but the red light will pop on, and then when it's done, you'll hear kind of like a little click, and that red button will go off, and then you know you're done. For some of them, like the poly burlap, a lot of times you may have to do it twice. So what you would do is you would push it down, hear it click, just lift off the lever just a little bit, and put it right back down again, okay? So we'll go ahead. You'll hear it click. You'll hear it click off again. And it didn't. The full sometimes can be hard as well. So this is where I'll try to do it twice. Why isn't it? There we go. So once, lift it up, put it back down, and there you go. Okay, once it heats up a little bit more, you should be able to get by with just doing it once. But with the poly burlap, a lot of times I have to do it twice. So let's just see if it, So just ever so gently raise it up, and there you go. Let's see if it'll just do it with one. So there you go. Any questions about the impulse sealer? Do you have to stay in the same row of holes all the way down? Not sure what you're talking about. Oh, hold on. Oh, I was way behind in comments. Sorry, y'all. It is. It's burning plastic. So that's why I do not do it inside. This came from Amazon as well. A hard time for fine detail, but I'm sure I'll use both of them. If you have trimmers, definitely probably the impulse sealer is the way to go. Unless you use like your pearly weight or something. So you have your line. Various attachments. It would probably work, I would think, Annette. Yes, Walmart has the wood burners as well. This ruler, this is a pearly weight. It's by Pearl Higgins, and it's pearlswhimsicalwreaths.com. She sells them through Etsy, but if you just go to her page on Facebook, hit the shop button, it'll take you to her Etsy page, and they're called pearly weights. So I'm not sure how she sells them, if they're all in sets or if you can buy them individually, but there's a 12-inch, and there's a 10-inch and a 21-inch. I'm not sure where my 10 inch is right now, but I use that all the time for my poofs. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Yes, please wear your respirators if you're doing this inside. What's up, Brenda? How would you get those extra films? These right here, I just ordered them. I had used the same one, gosh, almost a year, and just now had to change it. So they last quite a while if you take care of them. And it's not hot. Once you don't push this down in, it's not hot. So that's why I'm able to touch it. So if you take care of them and clean them really well, you don't really have to change them very often. So I just changed this one for the first time last week or the week before ago. The week before ago, what the heck? So, you never saw such a thing, girl. What was the place to get Pearl's Whimsical Wreaths? I have one of these for my cookie bags, but it's smaller. Yeah, they come in all different sizes. She does sell them in the sets. Okay, I wasn't sure if they were sold in the sets or if you could buy them individually. So, but that's it. And I really didn't see any other questions that y'all needed answered. It was basically this, the different types of mesh, and the wood burner. So do y'all have any, what's the best way to do 21? A wood burner, because these only, I think the biggest one, you would pay a fortune to get one big enough to cut your 21. So if you're burning your 21 inch, I would use a wood burner. But I'm not sure why you would want to do 21 inch. Because most petals and cruffles and those kinds of things use 10 inch. So I really wouldn't worry about having to seal your 21 inch, because you're generally not going to cut it. And if you do, your cut edges are going to be hid. Does that make sense? Yep, just Clorox wipes. Just clean it off with Clorox wipes. You're so welcome. Your impulse sealer's coming today. Yay! So any other questions? replacement filament. I don't heat seal all mine. The only time you will see me heat seal them is if, like on the Saraflower, the sunflowers, if you're gonna see the cut edges, then yes, I will seal them every time. If I'm doing a cruffle or something where the cut edge is gonna be hidden, I'm not gonna take the time to heat seal or wood burn my mesh. Not happening. I ain't got that kind of time. But if you can see my cut edge, then yes, I will use it. You bought some 21 on sale? Yeah, but the roses and poppies, you're not seeing your cut edge. So there's really no, I mean, if you want, you can. But I mean, I don't have the time. If you're not gonna see my cut edge, I ain't doing it, y'all. Not happening. And they sell these, just the replacement, with the Teflon and the heating element that goes under here on Amazon. I think I just ordered, and I don't know why I ordered 4, but I ordered 4, and I think it was like $4 or $5 for a set of 2. So I maybe spent $8 for 4 replacements that I've only had to replace in a year once. So that's pretty good. Yeah, mail's not running today, and I am so upset, y'all. So I left, I shipped out, or got ready to ship, and we're on my porch Saturday. I had them out there at like 7:30 in the morning to ship all probably 30 something butterfly kits, and the mailman didn't pick them up. So I kept checking periodically throughout the day. By 7 o'clock that night, they were still out there. I'm like, ugh, they are not coming. So I had to load all of them back in the house. So yeah, mail doesn't go today, but can you cut the check mesh? Absolutely. I did all of the, when I was selling the Saraflower kits, all of that was the check mesh. So if you ordered the Saraflower kit from me, all of your 8 pieces of check mesh was heat sealed. So you want to make sure though, and I'll tell you, if you're doing that, your check mesh, make sure that you get in between here and not where it's filled in right there. So try to line it up, even if you have to make it a little bit bigger, try to line it up in between. It just makes for a nicer cut. And you don't have to worry about all these little pieces that could still possibly fray. Now UPS may be shipping. UPS and FedEx may be, but the United States Postal Service, they are off, y'all. They are off. Yeah, you may. Because I don't think they're off. And I finally got my shipping account, my business account through UPS today. All rates are in effect, so I am happy. So something that was going to cost $22, $23 going through pirate ship cost me, I think, $16 through UPS. So y'all, if you ship out a lot, get your business account set up. I'm telling you, it's a lifesaver. Do you mail through a business? Yeah, Monkey's Creations is my business, and my business account through UPS is set up through Monkey's Creations. So what is the blue thing? You'll this is an impulse sealer. So I demoed it. You might just go back and watch the replay once I'm done, because I'm almost done. But it'll cut and seal your mesh all the time, same time, so it doesn't fray. You're so welcome. You got 4 packages of stuff today from the Postal Service? Okay. Any other questions? Anything. Now's your chance. Oh, there was another question of how I box my wreaths, and I did that already. So if you're on here and you ask that question, if you go to my YouTube channel, there is how to box a wreath, how to ship a wreath, especially for the UITC boards. And I show exactly how I do it from, you know, using the zip ties and actually zip tying them to the box and everything. So if you're on here, go look up that video on my YouTube, and it shows exactly how I ship a box. For mine, Denise, 25 a week for me to get the pricing I got, which for me is easy with as many kits and those kinds of things that I ship. So it won't be, and it's average. So, you know, if you only ship 20 one week and you ship 30 the next, it still averages out. So for me, especially being able to ship wreaths again, because I lost 3 sales on wreaths due to shipping. So hopefully I can reclaim those and message them. Yeah, Amazon probably will, because they usually, don't they go UPS or FedEx usually for Amazon? Or I may be wrong. No, Barbara, I'll get you invoiced here shortly. Do you always put this sign on a wreath on an angle? Usually, because your eye catches them at an angle easy. It's easier on the eye than if it's right facing forward. Now there are some that I do where they're facing forward, like my military signs. But it's very rare for me to have them straight face on. Mine are always generally cockeyed because it's easier on the eye. It can't one at a time. I'm not sure what that was. FedEx is delivering. Yeah, I figured FedEx and UPS were. Amazon has their own vans. Yeah, I know. They deliver to my house about every other day. Dang, Amazon. I have not made the daffodil. And I really have no desire to make one. And not that there's anything wrong with making them. It's not my, like, I don't like to make the roses either. I'll make them if somebody orders one, but it's just not my cup of tea. Do I make wreaths without signs? Not usually. I could. And I have, every time I think about it, then I find a perfect sign to go with it. So I've never actually accomplished it. They are delivering? Well, I didn't think they would since it was a holiday, so I didn't even request a pickup. I just figured I'd do it today for them to pick up tomorrow. This one is 16 inches, but really you only need a 12 inch. Save your money and get the smaller one because you don't need one this big. Naomi, I don't wear a mask because I do it outside. If I was to do it inside, which I wouldn't do because I have animals. So I did it here just once to demo it, but I have animals, so I would never do it inside. So I always do it outside. No USPS. See, I didn't think there were, but who knows? Post office is, oh, okay. Amazon on Sundays, holidays, no service today. I'm retired. Okay. I didn't think they were, but all right. So any other questions? No, that you can't cut the 21 inch. And to get a sealer that big to cut 21 inch would cost you a fortune. So I usually don't cut 21 inch unless I'm doing the poppy or the rose, and I just don't do those a lot. So I usually don't have to, I've never had to cut the 21 inch. And if you are, then usually your cut edge isn't going to show, so I don't worry about sealing it. So you too. Do you heat or impulse the cotton ball mesh? You can. The only thing is you may have to just cut. Sometimes the cotton ball won't seal, won't heat up to seal because it's not plastic. So you may need to just get a pair of scissors and just cut the cotton ball or snowball in case it doesn't. But there's, I mean, it's still a lot of plastic, so it will still seal the plastic, so you don't have to worry about the frame, but you may have to cut the cotton ball. Have you ever used E6000 spray to mint? No, I haven't. That's too much time. Do you spray seal your wreaths? You can. I used to. If I know they're going to be outdoors, I will seal them. And I think I have a can. Y'all, I'm in the process of cleaning out my hutch. Look at there. It's right there. So if I do, I use the clear gloss Rust-Oleum. So it protects fast drying. You want to make sure you get non-yellowing and UV resistant. And you want to make sure that you do not get matte, because if you have full in your Decomesh, if you get the matte and spray it on here, it will dull that full. So you've just essentially ruined your wreath. So if you're going to do it, make sure you get the clear gloss. Okay? Don't use the matte. You're so welcome. I do not, Marlene. I'm not gonna sit there and try to cut. No, it's just my preference to cut down 21 inch mesh to 10 inch. I'll just buy my 10 inch. It's you know, at some point you have to, is it cost effective to take the time that you're gonna need to cut down, impulse seal? It's not cost effective for me to take the time to do all that. I'll just buy my 10 inch mesh. Hello, hello. All right, any other questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm good, Sheila. How are you? It's just, okay, yeah, then, you know, if that's what you can get, then by all means cut it down. And I wasn't saying that to be mean. I was just saying, for me, it's just not effective. But for y'all that don't have access to the materials that we have, you got to do what you got to do, girlfriend. But I know uniqueinthecreek.ca sells mesh for all you Canadians. So you can check them out. But yeah, I mean, if you have the 21 inch and can't get the other girl, go for it. Have you ever sprayed the, I have not sprayed them. Can you? Yeah. Now those aren't gloss finish, so you might be able to get away with spraying those with a matte if you have matte. But I would probably still use the gloss. But just make sure you get the non-yellowing, because not all of them have the non-yellowing on there. When am I going to do another wreath? Probably tomorrow. I've just been in a funk, y'all. So today I was like, it's Monday. Let's get back to it. So I'm trying to get myself out of it. I think it's the weather. You know, it's, even though it's warm here, it's overcast and it's rainy, and at least it's not cold. But yeah, I've just been in a funk, so I'm getting myself out of it. And I've been trying to get all of these butterfly kits out. So I've got my son out there cutting the last 40 boards. And then as soon as I'm done here, I will get out there and drill the holes in all 40 of those boards, and work on getting those out. And then I'll be caught up. Thank the Lord, I'll be caught up. Can you check on shipping the wreath? Yeah, shoot me a message, B&A. Absolutely, shoot me that message, because I'll forget. It's gloomy in Oklahoma. Yeah, I just can't. I can't take the gloom and doom, y'all. All right, so I am out of here. If y'all have any other questions, shoot me a message. I will eventually get back to you. I know it takes me a while, but I get, I don't know how many messages a day. And so I get to them as quickly as I can. It can still take sometimes a week for me to get back to you. But I try for it not to be that long. But 10 pieces and cut them in half. You'll have 10 by 11. Yeah, absolutely. It's funk season, right? So let's get out of the funk. But I'll see you shortly. Who all's going to Crafters Convention? Any of y'all? I know Annette's coming. I'm so excited to see y'all. It is March 5th. Howdy, howdy. We're not making anything. We're just chit-chatting. I don't have time to relax. I gotta go cut some butterfly boards so I can finally get caught up. Do I sell products? I do. I try to have a live sale at least once a week, and I was doing good, and then the holidays hit, and then the kits started coming out, so my live sales have kind of dwindled, but I am going to get back on it, I promise. I'm trying to get caught up because I go out of town March 5th, so I'll be gone a few days, so I'm trying to get caught up and stay caught up. Me, yay, live stream, awesome. You are late to the party, Kim. Where you been? I was waiting on you. Well, there's Miss Suzanne. Me. Yay. So I will see y'all in a few weeks. So I'm excited. What would you use to cut the 21? You would probably have to use a wood burner to cut the 21. Because if you tried to get a heat sealer that big, it would cost you a fortune. So your best bet is just to get a wood burner. And that's probably your cheapest option as well. Girl, where you headed? I'm headed to you. Hey. You'll be watching the live stream? Yay! I know. I want you to be there. Maybe next year. You are researching baby things. Oh, that's so awesome. Dragonfly kits. Girl, what? Yay, that's so exciting. But I just make wreaths as a hobby. Not sure. Absolutely, Sharon, you can. There's so much. I mean, it's a crafters convention, so it's not just wreaths. It's all kinds of crafts and that kind of stuff. And then the business day is so worth it. So if you ever want to turn that hobby into a business, then I mean, there's so many people there to help you out and get you started, answer your questions, and it's just awesome. If y'all ever get the chance to go, I'm telling you, you've got to go to one of these events. You walk away with so many amazing friendships that you will have the rest of your life. I've met so many people. I mean, we talk on the phone and we chit-chat back and forth. I've never been in a community quite like this where, you know, we all get along. And yeah, you're going to have your bad apples here and there. But I've met some friends that will be friends the rest of our lives. So, and you learn so much. So if you ever get a chance, I know he still has some live stream available. The Crafters Convention per se in person is sold out, which is awesome. But you can still get in and get the live stream ticket. And so you still get to see and learn everything we do there in person. And you can sit on your couch and lay back and yeah. So go get your tickets, your live stream if you want to go that route. But it is amazing. Have learned so much already. Awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you so much. Amen. Yep. Suzanne and Annette. I mean, they're one of those that, and Brenda. There's so many. And it, you know, it just, sometimes it just takes the one time you're together and it's like you all fit, you know, so it's awesome. So go get yourself out there, network. You won't regret it, I'm telling y'all. Oh, thanks. Y'all are awesome. Okay, well, I am out of here. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. I hope I've answered all of y'all's questions about the wood burner, about the impulse sealer, the different types of mesh. If I haven't, send me a message. And maybe once a week we can start doing that. I'll make a post. What do y'all want me to go over that week? And I'll just take, you know, one live out of that week and we'll go over and just answer all your questions. How does that sound? Does that sound like a good idea? You've missed my face. You will. You'll be drinking your Starbucks and your sangria. That's so wrong. I might have to sneak a beverage in. Absolutely. All right, I am out of here. Who is building a business? No, girl, it's not just for businesses. Not at all. So, all right, I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day, and we'll do something. I'm getting back on track, y'all. So y'all will see me tomorrow. Like y'all will be like, I'm sick of you. Go away. Bye, y'all.